Productivity is all about being the most efficient with your time. The problem is most people just drift through their days with a rough idea of what they need to get done, but then feel disappointed when they don't achieve anything. This could be through distractions, poor time management, or multitasking too many things, trying to do everything but excelling at nothing. What we actually need to do is take back control of our time and schedules to ensure that we are as efficient as possible when we're doing our work. If you're new here, my name is Tom and I'm an engineering student on self-improvement while sharing everything I learned along the way with you guys. So let's get into it. Now, one of the best methods I found to get control of your time, I actually learned in David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me. Now, this was a man who was a full-time Navy SEAL, traveled the country as a PR man for the Navy, trained every day and completed ridiculous challenges such as ultra marathons and even the pull-up world record. So this was a man that knew how to organize his time to fit everything in. And in his book, he set out a 2-week challenge to get control of your time and schedule. Now, I implemented this into my own life and found so many little pockets of time that I was wasting throughout the day, but also a lot of triggers and habits in my schedule which I wasn't even aware of that I was doing automatically, which was again further wasting time and making my day just inefficient. For the first week, all you got to do is just go through your normal schedule that you're used to, but take notes on everything that you're doing throughout the day. Now, this includes when you go to work, when you check your phone, when you take breaks, when you eat, when you exercise, when you talk to your friends and family, when you watch TV, and even when you commute. Now, the trick here is that you need to note all this down in super detail with timestamps of everything that you do during the day. When you change tasks or when an unexpected event comes up, note this down as well and also see what triggers have caused this, as finding the exact time this happened and why is what's going to allow you to improve this down the line. Don't generalize this either. You can't just say that you went to work from 9 to 5. Make sure that you break this down into detail, as you're also going to be distracted throughout that time too. Note down when you traveled to work, how long this took, any meetings or assignments you had during the day, when you checked your emails or lunch and for how long, when you got distracted by your phone or colleagues, when and for how long. The important thing here is to try and cover everything that you're doing during the day, especially your bad habits, so you can identify when you can save time, but also the triggers that are causing you to be distracted. Goggins says that most people waste about 4 to 5 hours a day just through task switching, distractions, and multiple bad habits. Try and do this in as much detail as you can each day for a week. Now, at the end of this week, you'll actually have a pretty good idea of what you actually do during the day. Now you can review this to see what you can trim. The next thing you need to do is open up your calendar so you can start planning your ideal week with these time savings. Identify the key tasks that you need to do each week and block these into your calendar. I found that 30 to 1 hour blocks works the best, but you can cut these down to shorter or longer for whatever the job may be. Just ensure that you are providing enough detail and then you're not just saying that I'm working 9 to 5 again. In this process, make sure that you're removing any triggers that caused you to waste time from the previous week. Now, this could mean changing your routine around, changing your habits or environment, or batching tasks. Set up this calendar, make sure that the time you schedule in for eating isn't open-ended, and that you're also scheduling in specific time for exercise and rest throughout the day too. And also, don't forget about travel or setup time as well. If you say that you're going to go to the gym for an hour, but it takes you 15 minutes to get there and back, make sure you schedule that in too, otherwise you're going to end up falling behind and feeling unmotivated to keep to your schedule. Now, this doesn't have to be perfect. This is just trying to optimize your schedule as much as possible so that you can save time and you can iterate this going forward. When you start your week 2 following this schedule, it's important to stay focused on one task at a time. Think about the task in your schedule and pursue that relentlessly. Don't worry about what you're doing in the future or what you've done in the past. You just need to focus on that one thing in that moment. You know that you've set out these tasks in advance and these are what you need to get done. Changing things on the fly is just going to cause more distractions or wasted time by switching tasks. And then go through the same process as week 1. Go through your day and write out everything that you've done with timestamps and what new distractions that you might not have thought about that crop up during the week. Now, you might think that I don't need to write this down because it's all in my calendar, But the important thing is to still write in this detail so that you can still identify all these different habits, distractions that are coming up and are wasting your time. Things will always change and new distractions or bad habits will come up when you least expect it. By the end of week 2, you should have a working schedule that you can fit everything that you need into, but also doesn't sacrifice your sleep. What you can do now is that if you feel there's still sections of your day that you can improve, you can repeat the processes again on writing down what you're doing and then reviewing and improving each week. If you're fairly happy with your schedule, what you can do is just go back to maybe journaling every few days or at the end of the week to review how you think that week has gone and what you could do to improve it further. But if you feel yourself going completely off course and your schedule's gone completely wrong again, then you can repeat back to week 1 and go through this process to identify what is causing these issues, and you can almost reset into a new schedule to get yourself back on track. And there you go, you got no time to waste, so let's get working. If you found this information useful, I want to find out more ways to be efficient with your time, then check out the first link in the description about my private community and coaching. And as always, love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.